Yo. What it do? It is RB22, episode 51, Text Ring of Fire. Got Harry. Right here, he's going to clown me for a little bit. I already know because of the Diego situation. We'll get into it. Some heartbreaking news down here in Austin. Diego Fagundes traded to LA Galaxy. Yeah. I know Harry's sad because low-key, everyone knows that Harry is a bigger Austin fan than anyone that listens to the show. So we also got Leagues Cup going on. Austin FC, embarrassing performance in my opinion. It's no other way around it. Embarrass ourselves. I feel like, regardless of the injuries, we had opportunities, and I feel like it's a woof drop. Dallas got through their group, second place in their group, and Houston through. They're actually playing at the moment, or is the game over yet, Harry? Do you know?
No, it's still
3-0.
Dallas is up
2-1.
2 in the 83rd, and Houston and
Dallas
Pachuca
over Mazatlan, 2-1.
doing
And
something
Houston,
you couldn't do.
Pachuca 0-0. Yeah, something we couldn't do. You got a point, but I want you to bring up that flyer real quick, Harry, if you can. I want to promote.
I got it right here.
It's Soccer Stars. SoccerStars.com. Some free soccer class demo, 30-minute class by age group. They get a free gift for the first 25. So you go sign up, tell them that RB22 or Texas Ring of Fire sent you, and they're going to treat you extra special. It is Saturday, August 26th, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at Harper Field. Field number 4, Lake Creek Parkway. The information's all there. Ages 3 to 10. So there's a little link down there at the bottom. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, remember, we do go live on YouTube. You can come watch us. You can come banter. You can come comment. You can even hop on sometimes. We do got guests in the backstage or whatever waiting to come on. But yeah, man, y'all go sign up for this free event. It's a free soccer class demo. If you got a little one that's either 3 to 10 years old, I recommend you go and try this out. I mean, it's just good people all around. Tell them RB22 sent you. So Northwest Austin at soccerstars.com. Check them out.
Do you coach with them, or kind of how'd you find this out?
They reached out to me, I guess, because I'm such an amazing person. You know what I'm saying? Harry also.
We gotta have a bright subject, and teaching kids soccer is a bright subject. So
always. I'm definitely gonna sign my son up for this. Not probably. Send him over there and see what they got. I want to see him shine in different aspects and have different coaches coach him all the time. That being said, get into some Leagues Cup. I want to bring on, though, first, Aris. I'm not sure if maybe you've been on the show a few times. I really can't remember it. It's been a long time, but my boy Aris, how are you doing? We're still a little bummed down here in Austin over the Diego Fagundes news. My son was bummed. I'm bummed. Everyone's shocked. How are you, man?
Man, given the circumstances, I have been better. As far as the fandom right now, it's just we are down in the mud bad as a club and as a fan base. It's been a rough few days. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why I came. Like, I'm at a funeral. I feel like today I was driving, and I just felt like a lot of emotion, dude. Like, Diego's really gone. He's really not here no more. Last night they had a farewell for him. But before all that happened, Leagues Cup did happen. Let's get into some Austin FC. Austin FC, man, they started off bad against Mazatlan last Friday. Before that, Messi. Dude, what do you think about Messi so far?
3 goals.
The guy's an animal. 4 goals.
No, and Miami's up now 2-1 on an Orlando in the 61st minute.
He's tearing up the league.
He's tearing it up, but Mazatlan.
Well, it's not the league; it's Leagues Cup, because technically we're not playing MLS as of yet. So to be fair.
Yes. He's got a good point there, because a lot of people have been saying MLS goals and this and that. Anyways, Mazatlan FC Juarez. Jorge comes out and tells Mazatlan coach, "Hey, when we drew you guys, we celebrated down here in Austin. That's bulletin board stuff right there. That's stuff to get you hyped, ready for a match. They come Friday night, 3-1, right? Take care of business. Now we don't have Danny, we don't have Driussi. Okay, now we do have Danny Driussi. Saturday night, we play FC Juarez. FC Juarez midweek tied with Mazatlan, went to PKs. Mazatlan took that one. We play Juarez, lose that game 3-1. Same thing with Danny and Driussi. Now that leaves us out of this competition. Austin FC does not go forward. I want to know exactly how you feel with this being the third exit. We have CONCACAF Champions League that we went to Dominican Republic this season. We have, we went out there, didn't play Driussi when we could have. Don't know why we didn't play him, right? Travel time. Vicenen also, he didn't play. 3-0, get knocked up. Man, like why, right? Don't understand it. Knocked out of that cup. Open Cup. Chicago Fire should have been able to get that one at home. The fans behind you, you got the whole stadium, Q2, out of that, competition. Now you got Leagues Cup. Everyone's, oh well, it's what it is. But low key, wouldn't it feel good to advance and keep going? It would feel nice. No, doesn't happen. How do you feel, Adis, with all of that, bro, in one season? You don't get Champions League every year.
Man, disappointment would be an understatement, right? Because this was supposed to be our year. We went so high last year. We were there. We were within one game of MLS Cup. And all of a sudden, not only are we down in the mud, we're out of all the competitions, and the future is looking bleak. The cups, man, just our team has a serious mentality and locker room issue, which just became super obvious this past week. And that's why they haven't been performing. I'm not going to blame 100% on the coach because the players have a lot of mentality, but Wolf has not been making matters better. He's been contentious. He's been causing a lot of the discontent and a lot of the malaise that's, frankly, blanketing the team. So what do you do? Pray for the best, but right now things are not looking good.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that comes along with some news that we did not want to hear. We are on the Austin FC segment. Why not do it now? Why not bring it up?
Well, hold on here. Let's before we get into that, because that's going to dominate the conversation. You've put out a couple of tweets. You put out a couple of tweets to the Austin FC fan base, and others did as well, saying, "Hey, don't take Mazatlan and Juarez lightly." As a fan base, it seemed like you guys did, and I know we kind of joked around on the show, when we did the preview with the, Texas Ring of Fire episode 50. I think all of us, including Jose up in Dallas, thought Austin would, because number one, it's at home, thought that Austin would go through. And the reason why I was doing 4 cups, because you got to include San Antonio from last year in this, because it's all part of the same issues, whether does Austin not have quality depth to be able to do these additional tournaments? Is it just soccer arrogance, per se, where you're not respecting the opponents? To me, I'd be interested kind of what your guys' thoughts are, because you're getting Austin FC's getting a reputation for not being able to perform in cups. Like it was on Football Americas, about Austin FC's performance. So you guys are Austin FC fans, and I don't want to hear the cop out. And I've seen some Austin FC fans say, "Hey, Leagues Cup doesn't matter." it matters. In fact, it probably matters more than the Open Cup, if you want to be honest. Because if you win it, you get $2 million for that. In each round you go, you make more money for that here. And to me, the biggest thing that shocked me is these matches were at home. These matches had good support compared to other turnouts, in Leagues Cup outside of Miami. Probably Austin had probably one of the highest turnouts. I didn't see attendance from everybody, but to me, it's one thing losing if the games aren't in Austin, but these games were at home in front of a packed crowd. I don't understand how Austin goes away with no points, getting blown out in both games. And I know, I know RB was on We Are Awesome TV, I think on both matches, just talking about, hey, at the start they had their chance, and then one goal in or one incident, and the team just folded. So kind of your guys' thoughts on what happened, and I know we're not inside the locker room, but you guys have a pulse of the fan base. You guys, obviously cover Austin FC more than I do, despite RB's, banter, saying that I am a Austin FC fan, but there's got to be something more than, hey, we don't take it serious or along those lines. Is it just a depth issue?
Go ahead, Adis. I'll let you get that one.
Man, so to answer your question, there is no one single answer. A lot of the things you mentioned are some of the reasons, right? They're not taking it serious, right? The round one at Violette, not taking all of your players, starting someone that had never been proven in the team before, etc. It's also a mentality problem. Quite frankly, like I said, it's plain obvious now that the locker room is broken. And, when you have a non-united locker room, you're going to get that mentality issue. As soon as a goal gets scored on you, you're just going to put your head down. And that's exactly what happened in both matches, right? On one of them, we went up ahead. We were actually doing well, received the tying goal, and we fell apart. And then on the first game, we tied up the game, received the next goal, and we just fell apart. I mean, as soon as the team received a challenging situation, they just gave up. And it's unacceptable given, like you mentioned, we were at home. The crowd is loud behind you. And basically the players and the coaches decide, you know what, I guess this is not that important to us. The reputation that we're getting is well-deserved because we are not able to, we've won exactly 2 matches in 6, 7, 8 League Cup games that we've played so far. And in both, one of them was against a lower division team. Actually, both of them were, 2 different teams that were clearly inferior. And other teams that were clearly inferior, we lost them too. So there is no easy answer, man. We need an overhaul of this team, including, as you saw, we're getting rid of our best players. So who knows? Maybe we need to get Drusi and also Stuver out because who knows what's going on. Right now, we're just kind of floating by, man, rudderless. That's my take on it.
No, I mean, Adis is pretty good on it. I agree. I mean, it's the locker room issues. We will never know. It will never come out. What's going on. You can obviously tell that Josh has lost the locker room. People saying different things, and then he says one thing. That's a problem. You see a lot of things going on behind the scenes. The things that these players like, the posts that these players like. It's telling.
Yeah, that stood out. Yeah, 100%.
It's pretty telling. So
Harry, you're not even a real fan, right? And you clearly see all those things. To me, one of the funniest things I've seen reactions from people where they're like, "Oh, there's no proof that it's a locker room issue." Man, what do you want? A declaration saying there's a locker room issue? The coach lying to the media, the coach lying to the fans. Maybe when we talk about Diego Fagundes, I have some insider information there that I like to just share later, but there's clearly a disconnect, and it's obvious, painfully obvious to even people outside the fan base and organization.
So this reminds me, obviously I'm San Antonio. When we had Coach Powell, he started out good, but you could tell kind of before he left that last year, before Coach Marcina took over, there was a split in the locker room. Like there was, Coach Powell guys, and then there was Coach Marcina guys. And to me, if you don't agree that there's a locker room issue, you're not paying attention. There's just been too many public episodes.
It's clear on the field. It's clear on the field. I mean, you can see it on the field.
You got your captain from last year, Alex Ring, and you could argue, whether he's a DP player or not, but he was your captain last year. The only time he's getting playing time is playing center back due to injuries. And then he's out for, I guess an undisclosed injury or along those lines. I don't know if he was really hurt or not. I'm not going to, say that, but he was out for extended time. It just, to me, it reminds me of the last year of Coach Powell, where the team needs to make a move. And the question is, will the team have the cojones to do it? And SAFC didn't. They wrote it out, missed the playoffs. I know, we're going to transition to Danny at this point here. Is this kind of raising the white flag on this year, or, there's 10 games left? I feel like it is, but, obviously I'm not a fan.
Iron Verde 512, he comments on here for those listening. Says we don't have that killer instinct we need in cup games. We do in a sense, but when we play Ronnie Redes, you're not playing with killer instinct on the field. So you saw it in front of goal. Right in front of goal, he whiffs it. And it's like, bro, I thought it was in. I mean, I don't see how he missed it at all.
Listen, if there's somebody that can miss a goal at net 4 feet from it, it's going to be Redes.
It's him or Rigoni.
Guess what? Both of them. One of them too is going to be Diego Fagundes' replacement.
Zardes is known to miss as well, but he also gets the lucky ones as well. So
he does.
That I don't. It's
his goals that he has made this recent games have helped that argument for him in that defense. So, but yeah. I'll just save the Diego for later on. We'll go ahead and get into Dallas. Dallas is 2-1 right now. It's full time. They're through to the next round.
It's over. Yeah.
Against Mazatlan. Like I said, they did get second place out of their group. Mazatlan is one of the teams that Austin FC faced. So Dallas fans, I know you guys are happy. I know you guys are feeling good about this one. Jose's not here. Was he was streaming that one? Or he was working?
He was working.
Yeah, he's working. So shout out Jose, is bro Migo, goals.tv. Drop that plug real quick. Goals.tv, the Netflix of soccer. If you have anything that you want to watch, anything soccer, Women's World Cup, they got Riley James. I believe he's going live. Yeah, so he's really putting a lot of time, a lot of work into that right now. The Women's World Cup, if that's what you like right now, that's what you're into, find out all the information with the U.S. Women's National Team over there, Riley James, on goals.tv. And you can help support the show by getting a membership. You can, what is it? It's code FIRE. Texas Ring of Fire, but just leave FIRE, FIRE. Let's see, I got it right here. If you need me, boom, code FIRE. So, Adis, I know you got a subscription. I know everyone got a goals.tv app. It's on Apple and on Android. So, y'all go check them out.
Has it came out on Android? Dallas. I think it's still on Apple.
Yeah,
I don't think it's on Android.
Yeah.
It just came out? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it is. So,
Houston's 2-1 on penalties, but
I want to keep talking about Dallas real quick. I want to give these clubs a little bit more time to shine, So Dallas, they get through. They play who they play next.
Can
you pull that up real quick? Do you have the bracket? But whoever they play next, I believe they have a chance. Why not? Why not, man? I'm not saying they're gonna go win the thing now, but they have a chance to get through at least the next round. I believe. Jose probably would not agree with me. He never does. He just wants to disagree with me.
Oh,
But that's what I got him for. So add it,
so
pull it up.
if I well, hold on before well, you ruined it, but yeah, if it'll be a sellout. It'll be a sellout next
You
match.
ruined it. You ruined
Sorry.
it.
Sorry.
The listeners wanted to know.
I was gonna say, if there's one team that'll be a sellout in Dallas, what team would that be?
Miami.
Team Messi.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
believe it is.
The funny
I
thing
believe
is,
it is.
I bet
Oh,
you,
bro, I'm about to tell Jose to give me some tickets. I'll go to that game.
I bet you they're going to take the trucks
Well,
out and they're going to put stands right there. Because I don't know if you've seen it when they play football games, when it actually sells out, they actually add extra seating to the stadium. I bet you they're going to do that.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Why not? You make some more money off of it. You can charge out the wazoo for those tickets. Dallas, that'd be fun, dude. That'd be cool.
hold on, let me get confirmation on
Maybe
that
Texas
here.
Ring of Fire can cover that. Maybe they can cover that. Get some media passes. Nah, they'd be like, who are y'all? Y'all cover Dallas? So, Miami. Thoughts? Is Miami through?
They're up 3-1.
Oh, Miami's up
12
3-1
minutes left.
with Messi. Messi goal 71. Oh my God, the guy.
They're through, and I don't know. I don't know if Dallas is going to have a lot of opportunity there, man. He's probably going to tear them up too.
Lionel Messi with another goal. I mean, it's across Messi control. Oh no, somebody could. I think can't see who controls it to him, but just in the penalty spot, just cleans it up. 3-1, Miami up on Orlando City. They're probably through. That's gonna be a good one, guys. FC Dallas and Miami in Dallas, if that's possible. The banter, Frisco, but really is Frisco.
Actually,
So
it may be Miami that's hosting because they were the higher seed. They won their group.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's going to be in Miami. That's right.
So,
Because they won the group.
boo. Why you get me excited for? I guess it'd be nice if I knew myself, right? So,
but I don't know.
on me.
I'm trying to see if that's been set up somewhere where.
But Messi, man, oh man, Dallas don't got a chance no more. My bad. Take that back. I think Miami's gonna take it all. You asked me earlier, who do I want to see win the Leagues Cup? Miami, bro.
Nah.
I'm a Ronaldo fan, like big time. I have Ronaldo right here. I have his Manchester United days when he was like 18 years old, little young Ronnie. But it's just reminiscent on those days. Now it's about Messi. It's all about Messi. And he's becoming one of my favorite players, dude. The guy, you cannot deny it. He's so good, and he's showing it there at Miami. So to see Miami win it, that would be nice for him to just solidify how great he is. Agrees? Or who do you want to win it, Harry?
I wouldn't mind a Texas team winning just because, hey, we're Texas Ring of Fire. It would be very Houstonish for them to win something like this that has some value but not a lot of value, if that makes sense. And then they would suck the rest of the year. Dallas tends to do well in cup competitions, unlike Austin. But to me, if I'm MLS, I want LAFC versus Miami. For Apple,
you want Liga MX versus
Club America,
something like that.
So you want Club America then?
I mean, pull up the. Let's see here.
So on here you got LAFC, who's already up 2-0 on Juarez in the 36th minute, but we won't go into details.
See, man, at least I would rather be embarrassed. Like, imagine if we would have gone to LAFC. Imagine.
Oh wow.
Imagine if we would have
No,
gone to
I don't.
LAFC, and imagine if we would have traded Diego Fagundes the day before we went to LAFC.
Ooh. Scenarios, guys. Hey,
Well,
so
I don't think you trade him.
I was gonna ask that. Do you trade Diego? If okay, we'll get
I
into
don't.
it. We'll get into it. I just want let me finish this Houston real quick because I want to finish Leagues Cup, get through Leagues Cup, and then the Diego because I don't want to spend too much like going back and forth. So Leagues Cup, Houston, get out second place. They're on PKs right now with Pachuca,
I
which
think they
is
just won.
Houston.
Clark
Houston won.
Clark made
Won
the
5-3.
save in PKs.
Yeah, Houston made it through.
5-3 on PKs. Hector Herrera, he came out of their academy. He's an academy product from Pachuca. Los Tuzos. So, hey, beating his childhood team. He said he wasn't going to celebrate if you scored, which is respectful.
Hey, if you look at Houston's path, they get Charlotte or Cruz Azul, which I'm not going to disrespect, say they're not very good, but they're not, Inter Messi for that here. So to me, you could see Houston very easily going to the quarterfinals, and then shoot, you could see if Dallas, especially if Dallas hosts Miami, you could have a quarterfinal of Houston versus Dallas to go to the semis.
Would be crazy. Would be good. So we got a question here. It says, so what is this Leagues Cup thing? I'm very confused by it. Fair question. Listeners maybe don't know either. It's a, what do you think? What would you call it? A cash grab tournament? But
So
it's essentially a tournament between Liga MX, which is the league out of Mexico, and the MLS, which are Canadian teams and American teams, right? And all games are being played on this side of Mexico. They're having games in Canada also. I don't know if Vancouver's still in, right? Yeah, so they're hosting.
Oh yeah, they did host,
but they do host in Canada also. And the leagues, I mean, in the group games, it was 3 teams in each group, kind of like Champions League, but instead of 4, it's 3 teams. A win is 3 points. A tie would go to penalty kicks, so they would split 3 points after penalty kicks. Winner of PKs would get 2 points. The loser of PK would at least get 1 point. That's how they would do the point system. And now they're doing knockout rounds, which is the round of 32. And it's a 1-game elimination game. If it's tied, it goes to penalty kicks. I'm not sure if that answers your question, A-Night 210, but I understand being from USL side, it's kind of hard knowing these MLS tournaments. But proud of Harry for knowing.
So to me, my view is probably a little bit different. It is a cash grab. There's no question about it.
It is.
But I do think it's a path to. I personally think that MLS and Liga MX would like to have a close relationship, if not a semi-merger between the two leagues, where you kind of have that super league in North America, for that here. Because I think it makes both leagues better. Because let's be honest, Liga MX, how they play, the talent that they have, the financials that they play with is much better than the United States. However, on the flip side, the marketing, the brand of the clubs along those lines here, MLS does a good job. But you can't dispute it that MLS, from a club level, does a great thing, with that here. They just don't have that history, and I think if they can try to work to develop more of a working relationship with Liga MX that's healthy and having these competitions, I just question the timing of it a little bit here. But I could see this 5 years, 10 years from now being one of the top things, in North America soccer, just because you're getting the best of the best. Unlike CONCACAF Champions League, where you get what 3? Well, yeah, I guess you can get up to 10 MLS and Liga MX teams. I think is kind of what it is going forward. But to me, I think I actually don't mind it. It's been entertaining. I've watched quite a few of it on Apple TV. The match has been entertaining. It's a good break. I hate that they're doing it during the Women's World Cup. That's the one part I hate about it. But I think as 5-10 years from now, if this is if this is how we're still playing games, I think you're going to have a little bit of history on it, and I personally think it'll be interesting to see how teams do it. And like I said, that's why I'm kind of rooting for Houston and Dallas to have that deep run, especially since we're Texas Ring of Fire, because I think that will, just like in CONCACAF, the Champions League, you go deep, it gives a lot of promotion to your club. So,
yeah, agreed. But like I said, Messi time. I mean, who's gonna stop him? Not Dallas.
if they can score more goals.
If they can score more goals, but Messi, it's Messi time, bro. I'm telling you, we're about to see some crazy stuff from that guy.
And, the question is for our FC Dallas fan, what shirt is he wearing? Because he's team. Was it Jose?
Oh, Jose! Oh, he's wearing Miami, dude.
He's wearing Miami. I'd say 3/4 of the stadium is going to wear Miami.
Yeah,
even if it's in Dallas.
So Mazatlan is out, right? Mazatlan is out. They just lost to Dallas. So, like Adi said, we'll be in Miami that match. I say Messi takes care of it. 3-1.
Nah, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
See who's healthy. I didn't get to watch the game, so
I watched a little bit of it. I watched a little bit of Messi's game, Miami's game, and a little bit of Dallas. I laugh because it's so funny how I'm becoming a fan of Messi, and I used to just get into so many arguments with people about Ronaldo and Messi back in the day, right? Back in their prime time. It's so funny. Edwin Cerillo to Galaxy. What is he talking about? Is that true? Can someone confirm that? North End Pod, what are y'all talking about? Shout out to the North End Pod. Found and listen to them. Y'all don't need to because they be playing around too. Not just playing. Go check them out. Zach and E, the E&E show over there. All right, man.
They did have a good depression show when it was announced here about Danny going to LA Galaxy.
Just happened. Happened. Edwin Cerillo.
I see it.
To Galaxy. Whoa. Yep. Hey, North End, any of you guys want to hop on real quick? Talk about it.
17 seconds ago, Tom Bogert.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Crazy.
Well, let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, Diego Fagundes and Edwin Cerillo, they're plotting over there. They should have took Zardes back too.
To go with Puig, right? Puig's still with them, right?
Puig. Yes. And that pairing, it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be what they need. They need a striker now. Chicharito, torn ACL. I mean, how are you going to get past that one? Who do you get? I mean,
remember they have to stay in the league, right? Because they're paying the issue where they were cheating. So,
hold on. This is MLS, so they do have the ability to change rules on the go.
Fair, but officially, you cannot go outside the league, right? They have to stay within MLS. That was the only thing.
Alvaro says, can't wait to watch Diego ball out next match. And that's what, I want to say, here in a little bit, but we'll bring up the situation yesterday. the day before the transfer window closes, Diego Fagundes gets told that he's getting traded to LA Galaxy for Memo Rodriguez from LA Galaxy. And it's for $300K in GAM for this year, 2023, and possibly a potential $600K in 2024. Now, potential, that's kind of like me telling my kids maybe, like when they ask me for snacks and stuff. Like, probably not going to happen, right? So, being realistic, I wish, Harry, I don't know how much you really know about, the money side of MLS, but I wish Jose, he knows a little bit more. But what do you think? Is the 600 potential? There's no guarantee of what the add-ons are or specifics of what the add-ons are. What do you think? 600K, is that going to be 600K, or do you think it could be just 300K? Because the guy is valued on transfer market at 5 million, and we gave him away for 300K in GAM monopoly money. I understand that it frees up our roster. Just, man, I don't know, bro. What do you think?
That's why, to me, if you're making this move, you better have another move to go with it. Or is this pre-court seeing, hey, the roster, this team, the coach doesn't have a fit? I'll say it. I'm not a Danny guy. Was Danny maybe an issue in the locker room for that here? Not a Wolf guy along those lines.
Diego,
I don't know.
Diego.
Pardon me. Diego. Was Diego a...
Learn your players, bro.
They're not my team, buddy.
Oh, he's not your player no more. My bad. But yeah, as for a problem in the locker room, I don't know. I don't see Diego being the problem. I think it's maybe more Wolf. And at this point,
that's the issue. If he's not a Wolf guy, is that why he's being shipped out?
But who's a Wolf guy at this point? You can't tell me those players are Wolf guys.
Oh, I bet you there is. Come on.
I don't think
so. We know Zardes is.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's name them then. Zardes, Hector Jimenez, Ethan Finlay. But Ethan Finlay has performed. But he's one of his guys.
Who's the two wingers that you're like, hey, they've got to have pictures or holding blackmail over Austin FC because why are they still here? The number one signing.
They got to go, bro. They got to go.
But they're not. Everybody knows they got to go, but they're still here.
Why don't we let go of a DP? Why don't we sell the DP that frees up more money and a DP slot instead of selling Diego, whatever he's on for Austin FC, and then not make a move the final day of the transfer window?
Or Ring. How about Ring? He's Ring. A DP.
Or
he's you can't tell me that Ring doesn't have value in MLS. Now, would Austin maybe have to kick in some cash, fake money, whatever? Austin FC could have made this deal happen. And that's why to me, when this happened with Diego, there needed to be a secondary move bringing somebody in that's a top talent. And I get because the window closes tonight.
Yeah, we got
and it's nothing. But to me, you do that move and bringing in Memo, thinking that hey, you're bringing in player B from somewhere else. That's the missing part to me. You're moving Ring for, let's say whoever the best Rapids player is, for here, and I'm just using them as an example. But a team that's out of it, that to me, I don't understand this move because if you look at the positioning of Austin, and especially when you're looking at the West, Austin is still in it for the playoff spots. And once you get into the playoffs, as we saw last year, a lot of it depends on the breakup. But they went further than I think most people thought going to the Western Conference Finals. Who's to say that can't happen again? Now, things would have to turn around and along those lines. You saw some of that happen when they had the 2-3-0 wins against Houston and Dallas. So you could see some flashes. The team hasn't been healthy. So if they get a little bit more healthy, they get some help on the defensive line. Who's to say that this team can't make a run? Losing Diego? Is Precourt going back to Columbus Precourt, getting all cheap again? That's my question.
I think that this prepares us for the winter transfer window. Prepares Burrell to be able to make moves in the transfer window, right? Let him do what he needs to. I think Redis is not going to start. I see CJ Fodre being a starter for Austin FC moving forward. Once Rigoni comes back, who knows? But it's going to be Finlay and it's going to be Fodre. Finlay Fodre. The FF bros. You know what I'm saying? We'll come up with something. But that's what I think. And that's not me being biased or anything like that. I just don't think that Redis is the guy for that side. And who else are you going to put there? You're going to push John Gallagher up? Nah, I'm good having him in the back. The work that he does back there, he solidifies that spot. Nick Lima's one of those guys that maybe could use a little bit more work, or maybe bring in somebody that slots into that position that plays a little better. But Nick Lima does work back there. Just has a little bit of these crinkles in his play sometimes, but it is what it is. But yeah, I say Fodre's the guy. Okay, Fodre's the guy. But losing Diego, it does hurt us. And you can say that he has had a small dip in his play, right? But not enough to sell. Redis, what has he done for us? What has he done for us? Nothing. What has Rigoni really done for us? Nothing. So these guys have done nothing. Diego has done so much for the club on and off the pitch. And for them to just one day come at him and just be like, hey, bro, we traded you to LA Galaxy. Dude, that was a blow to everyone. And I don't care if there's people out there making memes and talking mess and like saying, hey, we're cleaning house and this and that. I understand where you're coming from, but you can't tell me that didn't hurt you either. Selling Diego. Adis, the reason you're here, man. I want to see how you feel, bro, about this move Austin FC made. Wolf, bro, what is he thinking? What is the club thinking, bro?
Man, this is an insane move. Like, to me, and I think Harry asked the question, why, we're sitting in fifth. Why can't this team make a run? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, because we just traded away our second, maybe our third best player away, right? Second, we have a divided locker room. The reason why Diego Fagundes left has absolutely nothing to do with Gam. Because if that's the case, why the hell would you trade a $5 million player for basically magic beans, $300K in Gam? Dude, we paid $475 for Hedges. So you're telling me that basically Diego Fagundes is worth less than Matt Hedges? In what world does that make any sense at all? Okay, so I do not buy on this whole narrative of, it's just business. I mean, it is business. I don't deny that, but there's something else beyond that was driving that. Okay, it was a personal rift. Everybody saw it. You saw the little things. You saw the little likes by Diego, right, on Twitter. You saw the public digs that Wolf threw at Diego throughout the season, making openly complaining about his contract. If you didn't like the contract, why did you sign him? Because that's the other moronic thing about this. We just signed him to a 3-year contract. How many months ago? That was back in January. I mean, it is. This move does not make sense. And Harry, we are not going to. If we make the playoffs somehow, we're not going to do anything. because this team is divided. We don't have the talent. The coaching is atrocious. Um, we are unable, when you don't have a good manager, even if you have good players, and if you don't know how to manage the game, if you don't know how to adjust your strategy mid-game, you're going to get out coached every time. And that's what we have been seeing from Wolf the past few months. Another thing, I'm going to make this public, right? But this is through other people. This is not something I heard. But apparently, Diego found out that he was being traded via a phone call. Okay. And then, second, when he asked why was he traded, he was told, "You do not need to know this. This is not on a need-to-know basis." And then, the conversation went on. And then what I heard was at some point, um, basically the call was dropped, right? Whether Diego dropped it or the team dropped it, I don't know. But it was not a good way that they parted ways. So it was absolutely personal. You can make the argument that, Rodo Borrell came in and, he's making moves. Yeah, he obviously approved. But there is no doubt in my mind where this started and where this came from. This came from Wolf. Wolf wants his guys. He wants his system. He will not stand anyone deviating or going off script, right? He's got his set of rules. And when you fell out of that, we saw what happened. Pochettino, first season, the exact same thing happened. And I'm sorry, man. I met Diego personally. I've heard through a million other people who have met him. I just don't see the guy in the locker room being different than the person that he is everywhere else. And I've seen him outside, when cameras are not there. He just seems to be the greatest guy. And on the other hand, you have Coach Wolf. You want to see what kind of person he is? Go watch his press conferences. Arrogant, condescending. So you can see where, there was a lot of friction in the locker room. Wolf probably didn't like how popular Diego was. And so he felt threatened. And so now the fans are going to pay the price. We're, in my opinion, we're punting this season. We're punting the season for some future move, right? The other magic 600K in GAM that we're supposed to be getting. Haha. Only if Diego, it's probably tied to Diego scoring 10 goals the rest of the season or something stupid like that. So I consider that money gone. Yeah, it does open up some cap space, but that's not doing us any good right now. We're going to go the rest of the season with either Rigoni or Redes playing on that wing. And I'm with you, RB. I am a huge CJ fan. I love CJ. I've been following him ever since you featured him on that interview. I've been I've been going to all the FC2 games and I've been watching him in person. I love him. I would love nothing better for CJ than for CJ to get playing time. But this is Wolf ball. He's not going to get it. Anyway, that's my rant, man.
No, I appreciate it, Adis. Adis with the rant, man. Yeah, I agree with a lot you're saying. This deal does not make sense. Diego Fagundes going to LA Galaxy, it just doesn't feel right. Just, man, Harry, you guys joked about me, get the Kleenexes and stuff, but seriously, dude, like I don't like comparing. Harry pulls out the Kleenex box. So I don't like comparing MLS to European stuff, but dude, Diego leaving Austin FC, I compare it to the way I felt when Ronaldo left Real Madrid. Like the emotion that I feel. I'm not even kidding, dude. My first game that I watched Austin FC was the LAFC match. And watching Diego, I just, bro, like I just knew like that was the guy. I just knew that was the guy that I wanted to follow, that I knew I was going to be a fan of. He was a pretty boy and all that. You kind of be like, man, my wife's going to be all over this guy, right? But really just I was like, this guy's a good player. He's a hustler, man. Like you can tell how good he plays. So Diego leaving, bro, just like Alvaro says, man, watch Galaxy make a run. Shout out Alvaro. Imagine LA Galaxy makes a run. You're on mute, Harry.
Yeah, they're gonna make a run. There's no question about it.
Yeah. So and that made me laugh. Is that a cat? Because Harry's cats were fighting. I had to mute him. that had me laughing, especially when Alvaro asked the question. And yeah, it's Diego leaving, man. Yesterday he went to Hop Squad and said bye to a few people. I'm super jealous of the guys, of everyone that was there. But I'm glad that he got sent off that way. I'm glad that happened. Alvaro, let me just read his comments real quick. I'm telling y'all that video that George posted on his YouTube shows that nobody likes Wolf. After the loss to Juarez, he walked the pitch and nobody wanted to talk to that fool, and everyone was just ignoring him. And everyone was just upset, bro, crying, And yeah, bro, it's tough for everyone out there. My son, people's kids, everybody. Everyone fell in love with this guy and on and off the pitch, like I said. And Diego, we wish you nothing but the best. It was fun covering you. I mean, I wish we just hope that you go over there and really, really try to do your best. You got to leave Austin behind. It is what it is. But when you come to Austin, I believe that Austin is going to receive you as their own, and they're going to try and give you they're going to try and give you like a good farewell, Diego, like a proper, standing ovation, clapping for the guy. I can see it happening, man. Like that's how big he was. And
Till that
another
first
thing I was
foul.
thinking, the other thing I was thinking, who else does this? Who else goes to Hop Squad and says bye to us? Who else does it? If somebody else gets signed, who else goes, Aris?
Nobody. There's
Nobody.
nobody.
Maybe like Danny
maybe
or
Stuver.
Stuver. There's a
it.
few.
I don't.
But
Drusy would not do this.
Drusy wouldn't, right? Drusy wouldn't. He'd be like, nah, like I'm gone. Like I'm going to LA.
Well, you bring up an interesting point when we talk about leadership on the field. Drusy is being captain. That hasn't worked out this year.
Yeah.
Terrible move. And yeah. Harry, I tell you what, that is part of the reason why this year has been atrocious. When he removed the captain's armband from Ring, that's what started this whole mess. And I love Drusy as a player. Terrible captain, terrible attitude. I'm not saying I want him out of my club, but he's not captain material. He's a great player, but he just he's not leadership material.
But we've had this discussion, RB. I don't think Austin FC was built right this year. Just it comes down to that. Just Zardes, the guy from Seattle, the forward, Bruin.
Yeah,
you needed young players, hungry players in that position.
Rigoni has been a mess. Now I blame that one.
But you're right, Harry.
Drusy. I blame that one on Drusy, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and that goes.
Rigoni's not here if it's not for Drusy.
But to me, that goes back to the start of the show with Leagues Cup. Having younger players with fresh legs that can come in with speed, energy, that's hungry, that wants to make a mark, is what those competitions are for. And to me, it's all about the makeup offensively. I told you when we had our season preview, I did not like the forwards for Austin. I don't think that's the right move. And it's as an SAFC fan, I'm all right with Wolf as the coach because I think that puts limitations on Austin as far as how far that they can achieve. But if I'm the new technical director, the guy from Man City, I know he came out and said, "Hey, yeah, he's our coach." To me, if I'm honest with you, I pulled the trigger. You can't keep, as a fan base, you can't keep him around. And I know we've talked about this before with Houston. We've talked about this before with Dallas. Houston, people forget when Houston first came and they had winning records and championships. They had great crowds. They have the stadium in a perfect location downtown, but poor management, by the club, poor fan interaction, I guess you can say. Austin's on a slippery slope because they're no longer the new club. For that year, results matter, team performance matters, and more important, that public perception of, are we an Austin FC community team, matters. Before you could say that, because of Stuve or with Diego and all those lines. But if you're shipping out one of the fan favorite, if not the most valuable player for the fans, that's a big strike. And I know we're not in the we got
in
9
Harry's
games
book.
left.
In Harry's book, that's a big strike. Imagine
it's a big strike, dude. It's
I agree.
I'm just trying to be honest here. As a San Antonio fan, we've been like, hey, give Austin FC a couple of years. Let's see what their attendance is going to be. And I'm not saying you guys are Houston by any means, but Houston also was on this track as well. They fell off the train, and once you lose that once you lose that, the it factor of, hey, we got to go, and it's more about performance and along those lines. To me, this is the first time I've really been kind of worried as far as the direction under Precourt, because prior to this, I think he's nailed it 100%. And that sucks to say as a San Antonio fan, but all the moves that he's done prior to this year, you could say has been good. This move is the first one that I think you really kind of question, hey, what direction is Austin? What kind of club is Austin going to be?
I think you let it play out to the winter. If the winter transfer window is atrocious, then yes, I
don't even think it's that. If they keep Wolf for next year, fan base going to be happy?
Burrell's already came out publicly and said that that's his guy. I mean, look, check this out. Anyone who thinks that Wolf is going to get fired and
during the season, it's not going to happen. Yeah,
you're living in a fairy tale land, because, in my opinion, put it in your head that Wolf is not getting fired. If he does, that's like a Christmas present in the winter, right? So,
but how can you have a successful window if Wolf is still your coach?
Look, Burrell
that's your answer right there.
Burrell is the sporting director, okay? He builds the team. He builds the squad. Wolf is the guy who's supposed to coach the team now. All right? So, I mean, that's just what it is.
But they have to work together. They have to work together. And to me, this is no different than saying...
Check this out. There's Maxi's contract is up at the end of the season. We have, like, Hector Jimenez, Redes contract is up at the end of the season.
Ring is up too, right? I think he's able to walk out.
Ring's up. There's a a good amount of guys on big money that their contract is up. So, look, it's going to come down to
here. This is the question.
They did.
Yeah, So, giving up on the season, I don't think they actually sat there and said, hey, let's just give up on the season. But they probably said we can make playoffs without Diego. They probably thought that.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Bro, no.
Harry, do you believe that?
As disappointing as it's been recently, Diego's a guy that he fights for it, bro. He fights for it. Every game. And losing him, bro, it's going to be so weird going to games and not seeing Diego out there. I'm sure for the players, can you imagine every player that is here has seen Diego in training since they've been here? Like not to see Diego there no more, not to have his charisma and all that. Like, Diego was a hell of a person, man. I'm pretty sure in the locker room, and I guarantee you he wasn't the problem. I guarantee it. Just sucks, man.
So this is Austin FC's schedule at St. Louis, which St. Louis is a quality team, especially for a first-year expansion. Battle for CopaTejas, right? At FC Dallas. I think that whoever wins that wins CopaTejas.
Correct.
If we win,
If we win, we win. If they win,
if Dallas wins, they have a chance.
They still have a chance because they have to play at Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Then you host Seattle, which is kind of hit and miss. You go to New England, tough. Home against Portland, kind of mid. Red Bulls away. Galaxy, that'll be a big one. That's Sunday night, so that's probably a Fox game on that one there. So that's national TV. So
and that's Diego whenever we play against Diego. So Diego will come to Q2 that game.
No, that's not at Q2.
It is at Q2.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Colorado, that should be a win, but you never know. DC United, LAFC, and then at San Jose. It's not an easy schedule.
You want to know my prediction? My prediction: we win 2 games the rest of the season, maybe 3. That's it. And we're not even going to get close to playoffs. We're probably going to come in.
Wow.
Probably going to come in 11th. That's my prediction.
Wow. Adis is he and I
don't think I'm as negative.
I think it depends on who we use, what players we decide to go on from here on out.
And I know and I know for Austin fans, they don't talk about the guy that they got. Memo is an average MLS player, so he's got some. He'll have some he'll have some good games. He'll have a bunch of average games. Then he'll have a couple of stinkers. But he's a guy
Memo Rodriguez to Austin. Welcome, bro.
So I think, and I've seen a couple of people take some shots at him, and it's really not fair to him. He's a quality player. He played in Houston. He's played at RGV, so he knows the area. He knows how to play in the weather. Hopefully fans will give him a shot. I know he's not Diego and along those lines, but he has produced some big moments for that here. So I think that they'll still be fighting. I don't think they'll be 5th, but I do think that they could possibly be in the, 7, 8, 9 range, play-in games. If the locker room is as fractured as we think it is, yeah, they could completely fall apart after this if Diego is one of the leaders in the locker room. And we're going to find that out fairly quick, is how important was Diego in the locker room.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Pues muchas gracias, Diego. Te cuidas, suerte y rómpela allá in LA. And hey, RB22 signing off with Diego, man. Sorry, dude, but it is what it is. We move, like Josh Wolf says, we move and we move like a slug on the playoff line, out of playoff pictures. Hopefully not, but it's enough MLS talk / leagues talk / goodbye Diego Fagundes before I for real got to start. Sucks, bro. It really does. It hurts, man. Hits you right in the gut. USL talk. We got San Antonio FC, RGV, and El Paso Locomotive. All right, man. So, Harry, run us through what's been going on over there. I see El Paso eliminated from CopaTejas. Whoa, that's news. That's some news, man. So,
yeah, they got rolled down in the valley last.
We'll shout out to Adi's real quick. Adi's got to take off. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate you coming talk about some Diego and some Leagues Cup.
Thank you. Keep up the great work, guys. Tune in every week.
Appreciate it.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Later, man.
Bye.
So, USL, back to it. It's always good having some guests.
Always great. Yeah, especially with Jose being off tonight, tending to work and family. Hopefully he's doing all right and probably creating his 3/4 Miami, 1/4 FC Dallas kit right now. But for that here with the big thing here,
but / Arsenal.
But he does good work. No,
here, definitely. Yeah, no, we love Jose, man. We gotta bust his chops, just like we gotta bust your chops, Harry.
Yeah, so for USL, San Antonio rebounded off a horrible loss the week before when every single Texas Ring of Fire team lost. So that's
5-2.
not
5-2.
5-2, and they got rolled. I was at the San Antonio match, and it got ugly quick. And like I said here, for El Paso,
So you're telling me you were disappointed
and what?
winning 5-2?
No, disappointed in.
You seemed like you were like, oh, I was like, man, we need to cut this out. This is abuse.
No, just so El Paso won, I think, didn't lose in like 10 matches. I think it's something like that, 10, 11 matches. They've now have gone winless in 6. So they're just on a roller coaster right now. But no, El Paso, there's questions about the locker room. They're done with the CopaTejas. Out of their 4 matches, they ended up with 2 draws, once against San Antonio, once against RGV. Unfortunately, San Antonio plays RGV 16th on a Wednesday night, and then the 30th, I think 2 weeks later, they play on a Wednesday down in RGV. While USL scheduled Wednesday night matches for it, I don't understand, but that's above my pay grade.
They're trying to tell us something. You think?
Well, they've done that to you guys too. Dallas and Houston, and Austin. I don't understand if it's a rivalry match. Why not have it on a Saturday to where fans can travel? But that's a whole different discussion for it here. But no, for USL, San Antonio is still second. I think they're 4 points back from Sacramento. Looking good. Yeah.
San Antonio, what place you said? Second?
Second, yeah.
So San Antonio, man, they're a good squad, dude. I mean, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, although they lost to the Miami FC, which was their first loss at home since 2020 for it here. So they got to restart up. They travel to Phoenix this week and then New Mexico next week, which I may be going to. But no, they lead the league in 42 goals, 24 goals allowed, 37 points. El Paso, 9-5-7, 32 points. RGV's in 11th, but at 27 points for that here. But if you look between 27th and there's 5 points. So just like, you can go from 4th or even going, from 4th to 11th is 6 points. So just like the MLS West, USL West, very tight. Still, I think there's about 10 games or so left for most teams. Everybody's still in it. So it'll be interesting to see. For San Antonio, they got 6 matches this month there in August, which maybe if it cools off could be an advantage, but it doesn't seem like here in Texas that they have that thought.
Yeah. So USL, y'all's next match this weekend?
Yeah, at Phoenix, 9:30, 10 o'clock Central Time. So stay up late. Do you guys got a match? Oh, no, you don't play.
No,
you don't play
we don't
for
have
a
game.
while, right?
Yeah, we're too good. They told us to just take the month off. They said, hey, guys, just take the month off. Have a break.
That's right. You guys don't play till 20th, right?
The 20th. Yeah, and we play St. Louis. That same night, though. That same night, LA Galaxy plays RSL. So 9:30. If you guys want to watch Diego. First game, hopefully in the LA shirt. Will SA ever join the MLS? Y'all think Alvaro Alderete?
No.
My man, don't count on it.
It's not that they can't. It's not that they shouldn't be able to, but with the Austin clause, at least with the current leadership in MLS, and to be fair, both Austin FC and San Antonio FC, when they made their bids to MLS, did include each other in the same market. So MLS considers this the same market now. could they have one and should they have one? I think that's a yes. I think it would be one of the best rivalries in North American soccer. I think the fans have a dislike for each other very easily for that here. It would be one of the to me, it would be the best rivalry in Texas, just because of the proximity, for that here. But no, it just I don't see it. The only chance I see is if MLS goes 40 and San Antonio is like 39-40 along those lines, where it's a MLS 1, MLS 2 type of thing. So, but by then they're going to be looking for mega millions money to be able to get in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not that I encourage gambling, but the Mega Millions $1.25 billion. Cash option is $600 million, so you might be able to afford an MLS team with that amount of money.
yeah, for real. Yeah. So he loves San Antonio as a city. I do too, man. I actually really do enjoy San Antonio going out there, and I like San Antonio FC also, low key. I did go to the USL final, watch them win the cup and lift it. That was pretty cool. Shout out to Harry for getting me those tickets. So, anything else on USL?
No, you want to touch base on the Women's World Cup? The U.S. women did advance past the group stage, kind of, sort of. You wouldn't know that by how they played, but they get to play, I think it's Sweden on Sunday morning.
You have it pulled up?
So I'm trying to find it here.
Yeah, they move on. They got what's second out of their group.
Yeah.
Luckily, a post saved their chances to advance.
Yeah, August 6th at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Oh, man. Perfect. Perfect time to pop a brewski open.
Sunday morning
against
Sweden. So
for my boy Marcos.
So your thoughts? I'm not sure if you're a U.S. men's national or U.S. Women's national team fan, but I will say it does not look good for them to three-peat. But there's a reason why that's never been done. Because if they do get that, they'll most likely play Japan, who's been one of the hottest teams. So finishing second in the group, their path is extremely tough to try to make it out to even opportunity to defend. But to me, it just seems like this. There's a disconnect with this team. But I think we knew, at least I felt that this was a transitional World Cup for the United States women's team, just because you had all the greats and you still got a couple of them that maybe stayed too long, you could argue. And then, the coach reminds me a little bit about Coach Wolf, not subbing, not, changing tactics. So it'll be interesting.
I know very little about the women's the women's national team, but from what I do hear and what I do see is that we are playing some older players. We should be playing our younger players, and kind of not even should be there at the World Cup. We should have scouted a little better, but I don't know. I do see it being difficult for us to three-peat, and if you say that we're playing these tough teams, as it should, of course, who three-peats? Not everyone, It
Brazil. I don't even think Brazil's done it on the men's side.
No.
It doesn't happen.
Nah, but Madrid has won 3-peat.
UCL, here we go.
But who's talking Madrid, right? Who's ever won it twice in a row?
There's going to be stars added to this very soon.
Just saying. But with that being said, follow us on Instagram, Text Ring of Fire. Follow us on Twitter, Text Ring of Fire. YouTube for all the listeners, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Goals.tv. Remember, Cold Fire. And also do not forget Soccer Stars. Once again, free soccer class demo, 30-minute class by age group. Age groups are 3 to 10 years old. It is Saturday, August 26th. The first 25 kiddos get a free gift. tell them RB22 from Texas Ring of Fire sent you. It's from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Harper Park, Field 4. There's all the information you need there. Like I said, I will post this website and all the information wherever you are listening, whether it's, like I said, YouTube or listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow us. Give a subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet to Texas Ring of Fire, please do so. Like I said, goals.tv. You got to check out that code FIRE. It's going to give you a lifetime free membership. We have apps on Apple, and they have apps on Google. You can go check that out. A lot of content, a lot of U.S. women's national team. Riley James, like I said, he's out there going. Jose is grinding all the time to get content out for you guys. He's nonstop workhorse. That's his baby. That's what he loves. That's what he enjoys. He's just wants to get the best content out at all times. So you got to respect it. He's not here. Harry, I appreciate you, my boy, helping me out like as always. Never fails. I know you got your son's soccer going on, but still here. Same thing for me. Got coaching going on, but still here. Last week, we weren't able to make it. We did have a lot of things going on. And episode 50, man, that was fun. That was a big hit for us. That was a lot of views. A lot of people checked it out. A lot of people hit me up on that one. So appreciate everyone that listens to us wherever you're at in the world, man. If you know anybody that wants to listen to some FC Dallas, some Houston Dynamo or Austin FC, USL, any kind of thing that's going on in Texas, or if you have any information that you want us to share on the show, always reach out, man. I'm not gonna say no. I'm a pretty friendly guy. So, I mean, anything else, Harry? Anything else that I miss?
No, I just we might have to see if we can do kind of an emergency thing with Jose to talk about the Edwin Cirillo trade from Dallas to Galaxy, because that seems to be a pretty big trade there, and you got to kind of wonder why.
And that's Marcos's cousin.
Oh, is it?
That's the one that's his cousin. So Marcos is actually in the group chat right now. He's we got to console him. We got to go check him out, make sure he's okay. He's not taking it very well. He thinks he deserves to go to LA too. I don't know what's going on through his head, but
and according to Tom Burgert, Dallas is light in the position without Cirillo. Though he has the room on the roster and another budget to make through here. Don't have to announce it. So paperwork has to be in by 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
that's right here, now. So that already passed.
No, that's midnight.
Oh, 1 Eastern time. Oh, okay.
Correct. So midnight here.
They got 50 minutes.
Yeah.
They better chop. But appreciate y'all checking out episode 51. Shout out to all the fans, man. Y'all are really what keeps us going. Really, this club, the love for the game. Like I said, anything you want to share, anything you want us to share on the show, just reach out. Soccer Stars, I appreciate y'all, and good luck if y'all go to that. Well, you'll probably see me there. So I'll keep promoting it for the next three weeks or so. I signed Harry up. We're gonna pass him for an 8-year-old. He's just a big 8-year-old.
Just a little bit.
We'll catch you next week, man.
Peace.
Stay better than my friends.